We're live. Look good, right? What's going on, man? Hungry. What else is new? I mean, I want to say I started the business and got into creating companies because I was sick of working for other people, but I think I was pretty entrepreneurial before that. Like, I just automatically was doing what I still do today. I work on computers, I engineer, I like working with people, I like big processes, I like making things work that don't work or fixing things that suck. So I think that's where it came from. And then I was doing computer work in LA at like 17, 18, and I just like kept waking up next to like monitors and not leaving the office. And I just said to myself, like, if I'm going to keep doing this, I might as well just go do it myself and have all the weight on my back kind of thing. So I left California and left the movie industry, left games. Yeah, just started company after company and failure after failure, worked way too hard on certain things that I shouldn't have, learned every lesson that you could possibly learn with partners, with finances, with, you know, you name it, tech bugs, how to handle data problems, security, investors, raising money, selling companies, failing to sell a company and taking it back over. And that whole organic entrepreneurial experience that you would say is like the American entrepreneurial experience for most people, just finally kind of hit an amazing point in my life where waking up every day and again, you know, working in industries you don't want to work in or taking money from people that you don't want to take money from in order to keep a business alive in like a down market, or just timing is off, or, you know, maybe you don't have product market fit at the time or staff you might need. And I knew I was going to be done with my other business that I had since 2012, so roughly 8 or 9 years, and then decided to basically look into data problems in the cannabis industry because my brother Wes was working at Tilray at the time, and we would play video games constantly. And that was just how we kept up with each other cross-state. We've always played games growing up. And I would just ask him questions about how compliance was handled, how the biggest org in the space at the time, at least, Tilray was number one on NASDAQ in cannabis, or at least first one there. You know, very well-respected people that we had known for a long time worked there. And then when we got into the weeds and figured out no one really had a data solution in the space or a way to connect people together and kind of solve these overarching problems between teams, between brands and retailer, between retailer and consumer, between, you know, bud tender and consumer, we just started hacking away at the best data management platform you could possibly have in the space. Fast forward to February of 2020, we had, you know, totally self-bootstrapped the design and development of the product. Myself and Shazabid worked from July 19 till 20. And then Wes was still at Tilray at the time, so we were kind of going back and forth with their teams on opening up with the software with a specific acquisition that they were making. And then that acquisition subsequently fell through, so we left. I hired Wes out of Tilray, and then we started basically what is the first go-to-market sales strategy. So I chucked 17 grand in a bank account, and I said, hey, we got 3 months to figure this out. Let's see if we can get at least a proof of concept out. Didn't mean we have to pay everybody's salary, but just like a proof of concept. We flew to Canada, which is where our book of business was, and we started meeting with every single person we could possibly meet with, from contacts, through friends, through anything. Everybody really liked the product on that trip. We have a decent sized sales cycle, so they were not the first ones that actually signed. But I believe at least 3 of them ended up signing at the end of the day. So our first company was a single store in Saskatchewan, and then we jumped from that to what is now the largest retail chain in all of Canada, with Canna Cabana. So massive jump. At the time they were, I think, like 20 or 30 stores. And now we're over 100, and that's been the case. The growth in this industry is just insane.